Micky, tell us about your new signing.
Yeah, pleased to finally get it over the line. I've worked for a wee while now to try and get it done. So pleased that we believe the exact type of striker that we need to complement the strikers that we already have here.
And he's a player with certainly a pedigree for goal scoring, but also he's played at a good level. And from what I understand, just listening to what Tom Davis had to say, has already impressed the lads in training.
Yeah, listen, we know he's a good player. We needed that type of striker. Like I say, it's important that people know that we wanted to complement the three strikers that we have. We wanted an experienced one with the qualities that Kane has. So no, we're really pleased to finally get it over the line. A lot of hard work has been done by everybody to try and make it happen, and we're pleased to finally be able to announce it and get him in and among the lads.
How would you describe his strengths?
Well, he's an experienced striker. What we wanted was an experienced striker that can help the young strikers that we have. He knows where to be and when to be there. He's got an eye for goal. He's got an eye for all types of goals. He's aggressive. He's pacey, and he has know-how. We wanted to bring in an experienced one. So no, he's all round everything but what we require here to help us hopefully continue moving forward.
And fingers crossed he'll get the goals and create the chances that will get you to where you want to be. You mentioned it there. He can also improve the younger players as well when they see somebody in the lineup on a regular basis and in training at the top end of the pitch. That's how footballers learn, isn't it? Yeah,
that's why it was so important that we tried to dovetail in an experienced one. You obviously have to wait for one to become available that you think will fit. There's loads of players all over the place that are available, but we wanted to make sure it was the right one to fit all of the criteria that we were after. And like you say, with the young strikers that we have here, we believed that it was important to try and get an experienced one in beside them to help them with their development and help move us forward as a team as well.
And really good run of form of late. He's joining a team that are in form, and apart from all his qualities that he has and the reason for why you wanted to bring him in, it's easier to join a team when results are going in your favour and when performances are good.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. He's obviously coming to a team that's in a good run of form. And it's important, I believe, at this time of the season, when you get the opportunity, like we've done many times at Tranmere, we try and bring a freshness to the group, which hopefully will kick it on again. It has done in the past. So yeah, we're pleased to get it over the line.
When you came to Tranmere, start of the season, and your plans, and you're talking to the chairman and what have you, did you have in your mind's eye a position that you wanted to be in come this stage of the season? I know you want to win every game, so you'd say you'd want to be 10 points clear, but realistically?
No, I wouldn't. I don't think you can do that in football. I think what you can do in football is you just try and be as successful as you possibly can, because there's no guarantees. Nobody yet and has the answers to football and has any guarantees. You've got to work hard and things have got to go for you and things have got to click. So you're just trying to give yourself the best chance possible of getting results, and that's what we've always tried to do. And as we've gone along, improve the players we have, either the ones that we have in the building, or one eye on bringing players in who we think will improve the group. So we'll continue to do that. And when we get the opportunities, or we believe we can do things, we'll try and do that.
I mean, apart from the obvious, it's a good league position. The results are going your way. What's pleased you most about the recent run and the performances? Is everything just beginning to click into place?
Yeah, it's always. I'm always very cautious, because up till now, gone really well. Found a way of scoring goals. Found a way of defending well, which will always give you a chance. We're going to continue to keep trying and improving, and keep trying to find the consistency of doing that. So that's what the challenge is now, is to just keep going with what we're doing and get better at it. And then when you get better at it, the very least you want to do is be consistent at it and don't drop below your standards and your levels. So we'll keep working hard on that, stay tough on ourselves, and just keep facing forward and keep going.
And standards are high at Tranmere historically. Right now, obviously, that they clearly are. Talking to Tom Davis before, he senses, he was telling us that okay, Tranmere haven't gone behind very often recently, but he said when they went behind against Salford, no sense of panic whatsoever. He's got the feeling that Tranmere will always score goals, and if your players are feeling that, it's a good sign, isn't it?
Yeah, and you look at it as a manager, and what you look for. Certainly, our days I get more experienced. There's wee signs that I look for, and when we go below, a bit behind, one of the signs you would look for, has it gone desperate? Has it gone? Have we lost our shape, or have we come off of what we're doing? Do we trust what we're doing? And on Tuesday night, the players just kept going, never lost their shape, kept going away, kept going at it, and believed at some stage that we were going to get that opportunity, and they did, and we took it. There's obviously things that I would want to get better at, and the players would as well. But certainly on Tuesday night, they stuck to what we believe in, what we have to do in order to try and get results. Did we do it with as much quality as what we have done, or what we would want to do at times? No. But certainly in terms of resilience and digging in, which are great qualities, as a group, they continue to do that, and they got a deserved equaliser, but unfortunately we couldn't go and get the winner.
A final one for me for now, Micky. Team-wise, injuries, players coming back, players that might make it. How are we looking this weekend?
Yeah, everybody's back from COVID. But we, just as everybody comes back, we've lost another one with COVID. Don't really want to say who that is at the minute, but yeah, we have lost another one, but we've gained the likes of McManaman back, Knight Percival back into the group. Who else has come into the group today? Off the top of my head, I'm sorry if I've missed you out, but there was everybody come back today.
Thanks, Micky. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you.
I want to speak to you right at the end of this, but let the lads have their turn. Thanks.
Rob.
Hi, Micky.
Hi, Richard.
I'll just check on Kieran Morris. Is he available on Saturday?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Kane Hammings as well is obviously coming to the group. He's impressed already. Fans are excited about this particular signing. There's plenty of buzz around the place already. I'm just looking at your squad. I'm counting at least 7 strikers that you've got on the books at the moment, who are all first team options. Can we expect to see any going the other way this week?
We're always, if somebody is outside of the first 11 and they get the opportunity to go and play first team football somewhere else, you've always got to be respectful of that. So if the opportunity comes up for any of them to do that, as long as it didn't damage Tranmere or what we're trying to do moving forward, then we would obviously look at it. We have to cut our cloth accordingly like everybody else. And we will be, if the opportunity comes, looking to try and move a few things around like we always try and do anyway in the January window. But as of at the minute, we'll continue going with what we've got to try and keep scoring goals.
Just with the slightly different dynamic of COVID hanging over still, does a manager have to sort of juggle his squad a little bit differently than perhaps you would in previous seasons? Because you might, let's say you had a nucleus of 4 strikers, but if you've got this threat of the pandemic hanging over you all the time, you wouldn't want to leave yourself too bare, would you?
No, because the game before last we only had 16 players, but we couldn't fill the bench. It's obviously difficult to see who's going to get COVID or who's not, or who's going to be injured or who's not, suspended. It's difficult, but you would try and have a squad that would try and cover, eventualities. We try and do that, but you just don't know. But we try our best to try and overcome anything that comes our way, and we'll continue to try and do that.
Is a player like Hammings likely to be a bit of a mentor for some of these younger strikers that you've got in the squad as well? I noticed on his show really looks particularly good at holding off defenders and turning his men in particular.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have. I mean, the 7 strikers you're talking about. We were talking about with Galazzo. We're talking about Galazzo, Jolly. Who else have we got? Galazzo, Jolly. I've not got the squad list in front of me. Nevitt.
Maynard.
Injured. Who else?
Walker.
Got
Manny.
back to Middlesbrough.
And Manny.
And Manny. So suddenly it's no 7. So suddenly it's 4 plus Hemmings. And 1's not ours. He's Liverpool's, but he's very grateful he's here. But when you look at the makeup of these strikers, they just need a wee bit of experience and a wee bit of know-how to play beside them. But also, us as a team, I believe, needed a wee bit more know-how at that end of the pitch as well, because we want to score more goals. So that's the reason why that we've done what we've done. What was your original question? Sorry.
I've forgotten.
I flung me with 7 strikers. I thought, have I got 7 strikers? I haven't got 7 strikers, no.
It was more about the fact that Hemmings looks like a player who's got a lot of know-how.
He has. We've got pure potential delivering. I always look at it, potential that's delivering, but can get better. Needs the right environment and nurturing, but plenty of promise. But in among that, you need experience on the pitch and in and around them to keep moving them and bringing them on. And Hemmings should bring that.
There's no less forgiving a position than goalkeeper, and obviously the goal on at Salford came as a result of an unfortunate individual error. How do you handle that? Do you need to have a word with the keeper after that, or is it just a case of, you know what's happened, let's move on?
Only thing would have disappointed me is if I'd have seen it affected him. It's a big part of his development as goalkeepers are front and centre when they make mistakes. And you look at, do you have to work on their mentality after they make a mistake? And I think that everybody who was there would have to be able to say, no, he just got on with it. Concentrated on what he was going to do next, composed himself, and again, just got on with his performance like he does seamlessly. So no, didn't have to speak to him. He knew himself and just got on with the job, and that's a really, really good sign for a goalkeeper that he's able to do that.
I suppose Peter Clark's a good example of that as well, isn't he? Because he, you know, had a blip. We're going back. It seems like forever ago. It was he had an error which led to a goal and has been flawless ever since. Yeah,
we don't blame people for trying things unless that we think they're particularly going out to be reckless. I don't think any other team, certainly I can vouch for, they're not reckless. They don't take chances to try and look smart. They try to do the right thing, or they try to do something that they believe was the right thing, and I believe that. And Peter Clark and Doohan certainly would have plenty of credit in the bank concerning anything that happens. So no, listen, we were disappointed to lose a goal like that, but the qualities that the team showed, the way that they just brushed it off and kept going with it and never let it affect them, tells you more about the team than anything. I mean, I know how to look for that. I look for the wee signs, and I was pleased with the reaction, both as an individual and as a group. They just got on with it. Whenever he mentioned that again, and we just played forward again, kept going.
Finally, when we spoke to Tom before, he was looked like at the cut of a man who was oozing with confidence. Are you getting that vibe? Are you getting that feel across the squad at the moment, especially as we're going, heading into the second half of the season?
I think getting results helps that, Richard. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But I think what we do here at Tranmere, and I'm just saying what we do, we ask for top performance every day. We ask for top performance in everything to do, whether that be in the gym, how they conduct themselves in the building, how they train on the grass, how they play. So there's no real other way of doing things here. So there's no real dipping allowed in the performance. We don't let anything affect them. We expect them to be good every day. And I think if you keep going that way with them, they just expect of themselves and just stay there and keep trying to improve. It doesn't give them time to think about anything else. They just have to make sure that they come in and be the best version of themselves, or we ask them why or tell them that's not good enough. So what they're doing at the minute is they're just doing that. They're just doing the best that they can and not being allowed to think about anything else we expect of them. And if they don't deliver, then they know that there's other players in the squad who we believe will come in and take their place. So it is a very positive place anyway. We don't allow for doom and gloom. And regardless of what happens, we try not to let the temperature in the building drop emotionally. So we just keep going. So but it's good to see that outwardly that people are looking and thinking the boys are enjoying their football, they're enjoying playing for Tranmere, because surely that's what we want to try and achieve.
That's quite a key point, isn't it? Really, so you're saying try and keep doom and gloom out of the office, so to speak. But that reflects on supporters, doesn't it? Because they come to the game. There's a lot of things going on in the world, and they want to come and be entertained and watch Tranmere do well. So that deflects into the stands, doesn't it? That attitude.
Yeah, and it's not for me to. Well, it is really. I mean, I can only say that the Tranmere fans are absolutely unbelievable, knowledgeable about what it takes to come and support your team. I think certainly over the years that I've been here, and this is not me again, just trying to say, whoa, how great are you, how great are we? I'm not saying that, I'm just telling you the truth. The Tranmere fans know how to support their team and they know when we need them. There's a lot of experience in the Tranmere fan base. They understand their part, what they play, in order for us to try and get results or keep a result. And when we need them, they all rise and they know that what their impact is on us. You've been there, you've been to some of the games that the fans have played their part, and they continue to play their part. And what the Tranmere fan understands is, what is fantastic, is he comes to the game, or she comes to the game, and they understand that they have a part to play. And it's about positivity and making sure that they stay with the team, and they know that their part is to support the team and not help the other team by going against the team. And we never get that here, and never get that here. I've seen that at other places. We don't get that. When I first came to Tranmere, there used to be a thing about that if you keep it tight for the first 20 minutes against Tranmere, the crowd will turn on them. That doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen anymore. It doesn't happen. Because the fans understand that that's what teams are trying to do, and they just go and support the man in the jersey, and they do it as good as anybody. And it's terrific that we have that togetherness, and we have a fan base that, probably because of the successes that we've had, understand the part that they play in it, and it's brilliant to be a part of. You never hear much or any dissenting from the crowd. It's a very knowledgeable crowd, and they know how to get behind their team. And it's always, and I hope it continues, it's pure positivity, because that's what we need. We need positivity, and it needs to be the 11 players that are playing and a 12th man in the stand, and that's how we get results here. They're the people who get results. The atmosphere created by the fans and the 11 players on the pitch, and it's a tough ask to try and beat that, and we'll continue to do that.
Brilliant. Cheers, Micky. Thank you.
All right, Richard.
Thank you.
Hi, Micky. How are you doing?
Hi, Anne.
Firstly, can I just check on how Elliot Nevitt's doing?
He trained today, so he had to come off on Tuesday because he couldn't carry on. So he got a kick in the calf, and we said to him at half time, how are you feeling? And it just didn't look like he could carry on. But he's done a bit today, so we shall see how he is tomorrow. But he did his cool down today on the grass, and we'll see if he's any reaction to that for tomorrow. But it looks like it was a kick rather than a pull, so we'll see where that goes.
And then this weekend's game against Rochdale, it kind of seems a bit similar to the Scunthorpe game. It's a team that you lost 1-0 to when you travelled to their ground, and they're coming to Prenton Park with the team in good form. What do you expect from this weekend's game?
Well, of course, we know that they beat us over at Rochdale in a very tight game early in the season, so they're very capable of doing that. We know that they're a good football team, they're a possession-based team, but they're coming to Prenton Park, and I know that they'll know. I know the manager very well as well. He's a good guy. I know that they'll know that Prenton Park, my team will have a right good go, like it does at away games, but the next game's at Prenton Park. So we're looking forward to it. It should be a real good game. We are at a stage in over halfway in the season now, so the games are all really important. So it's really spicy and it's quite localish. So no, it's a game that we're looking forward to.
And then just finally, Tom Davis just told us about something that you said to everybody, and it was sort of reshifting focus onto the next game and treating it sort of as a cup final each week. How important is that mentality in the squad?
Very important, because you've got to treat every game really importantly. You can't knock off now. It's not just every game, every moment, every half, every training day, every day now you've got to do it right. You can't cut corners now, because maybe the corner that you cut is the one that costs us. So they have a responsibility to it. Now we're over halfway now, the stakes are high in every game that we're playing. So it's about focus and continuing to do the things that you believe will get you results and keeping your standards high, driving each other on. And that's what we do here. So no, long may that continue. It's important that we attack every game and try and pick up maximum points and continue with how well that the boys are doing.